Oos! Hey, it's Nash. Today we're going to talk about test breaking, or Tameshiwari. Testing out your tools and techniques is kind of a practice as old as tools or techniques themselves. It's not just a test. It's also been used as a way to impress people of power, attract students, make money. Most importantly though, it's been used to make sure the tools work as intended. But since it's difficult to test your tools while someone's trying to take your head off, different methods of testing have been developed over time. People breaking bricks, ice, even fruit and gourds. There. Of course, coconuts.
Oh, there. There. Oh, now. Yeah.
So many coconuts.
Jesus Christ.
However, there are some less than common breaking techniques. So I thought it would be fun to take a look at some of these and kind of explain their purpose, since they're not immediately self-evident. So let's take a look at the esoteric breaking techniques. Today we're going to discuss the bottle cut chop. So the bottle cut chop really gained prominence around the time Masoyama, founder of Kyokushin Karate and all-around legend, was filmed cutting a bottle with his hand for a demonstration. And ever since then, the popularity is just exploded. There's several videos of him doing that in various demonstrations under different circumstances, but since then it's worked its way into all kinds of media, from video games, both older and newer. Cartoon anime.
You see, there's people out there. Scared people.
Weirdos on YouTube. And of course movies, such as the phenomenal Masoyama trilogy starring Sonny Chiba. Who plays Masoyama, based on the cartoon Karate Baka Ichidai, based on the manga Karate Baka Ichidai, or comic book. And that was based on his actual life, so go check him out, especially those movies starring Sonny Chiba. You're welcome. In some of these demonstrations, the bottles are real, and in some of them, they are clearly fake. But the bottle cut chop, or bottle cutting for short, at its core, consists simply of chopping the neck of a bottle, usually a beer bottle, clean off. Using the classic karate chop, ulnar medial ridge of the hand, one of these, the karate chop. Unlike other breaking techniques, which seem a lot more impressive and difficult to the untrained eye than they actually are, e.g. breaking bricks and stones or roofing tiles that are on fire or whatever, chopping the neck off a bottle actually doesn't look that difficult. And it is. It really, really is. There's lots of different ways to attempt it. They are all fairly difficult. That's the point of the test break. You need to hit the bottle at the right spot with the right spot of you, whipping through at just the right time with each one of your different joints at a fairly high rate of speed. If it doesn't go right, you usually wind up just knocking the bottle off into space, which is unpleasant for everyone, and you'll be finding glass for the rest of your days. When I did my first solitary mountain training, stranded off on Kodiak Island, Alaska, I wound up practicing this all the time, and I got decently good at it. And by that I mean I could do it successfully about 1 out of 100 tries. It was super frustrating, and I don't practice it much anymore, which is the main reason you're not going to see me do it a whole lot in the video, because I don't want to spend the rest of my life picking up glass shards in the dojo. most maiming hand-to-hand combat techniques don't involve a fist due to its general relative weakness compared to some other parts of your body, and the fact that it's got a shortened reach. It's a more blunted structure, and you can't grab, scrape, crush, hook, or get into the crannies real easy with a fist. That's why a lot of the more brutal skills of hand-to-hand techniques involve some form of open hand. The image, like I said, of the image of the bottle cut is the classic karate chop. A lot of people visualize hitting the neck, the carotid of someone, and trying to snap through to the vertebra. But you could take that lesson and translate it to like the orbital or the back of the head, the occipital lump, or even something like an elbow if you've managed to catch an arm and stretch it out and hit it that way. The goal of the test is to just set the bottle down and cut the top off. The bigger and heavier the bottle, typically the easier it is because there's less glass in proportion to the amount of water that will be holding it in place, so it's proportionately weaker compared to its weight. And it's usually got a thinner neck to body ratio, so it's usually a little bit easier. Even Masoyama eventually had his students just hold the bottle at various demonstrations just to make sure it wouldn't go flying away. I've seen some demonstrations where people have glued the bottle to the table. It's usually pretty obvious, but if you're just trying to impress someone, I mean, you still broke a bottle with your hand. Kind of defeats the purpose of the test part, but as far as the other benefits of doing a demo, you can have that. Some people wind up putting something on either side of the bottle to help keep it in place when you hit it, including other bottles, which, you know, if you get lucky, that can look really cool. Of course, that also kind of defeats the purpose. It makes it a better demonstration, but it makes it a worse test, but whatever. However you choose to do it, just be safe and stay focused. There's a good chance it's gonna go flying away unless someone's holding it. In which case, there's a chance that it might shatter and fly into someone's eyeball. So just, you know, keep everything in mind. It is a good test, even with someone holding the bottle or you glued it or you weighed it down or whatever, it's still difficult to do. However you choose to do it, it's still a decent test of your ability to extend your joints, whip through, get a high speed and a high level of accuracy. So, you know, there's that at the very least. No matter what you do, just have a blast and just focus on what skills it is you're trying to learn. Unless you're just trying to impress people, in which case, focus on looking rad. No matter what, happy breaking. Nash out. Os. Those are the two that went well enough. There is glass everywhere, even with all this. And there's a extensive first aid kit, just in case. I didn't get cut, but man, it's gonna be the rest of my day.